and its life. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene for Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Um, we find Tlatahine in the girls' cabin, or she kind of snuck in. She's not staying there so regularly anymore, like at all. But she needed water. She has this big bucket that is especially big in her tiny hands. It's filled with lukewarm water, like half full, and she added a healthy dose of vinegar. Um, she squeezed a couple of lemons in it as well, like 4 or something, and in the end adds a handful of salt, a big handful, especially for her since she can hold more salt in her hands due to the webbings, and stirs it until most of the salt has been, I don't know the English word for that.
Dissolved.
Dissolved. Thank you, native English speaker. It has been dissolved. She then grabs a sponge and a leather bag that seems to be filled with like dead rabbits, maybe 3 of them, and makes her way over to a certain shrine that she's still cleaning almost on a daily basis. She does something different each day, and lately, with all the leaves falling, the birds flying around, the rain, and everything, she found that the shrine itself needed to have a good brush off, and she is slowly starting to clean it, like literally clean it with the strange mixture that she made, the vinegar, lemon, salt mixture. She sponging down the statue until it's squeaky clean. No more bird poo, no more leaves or mud on it. And then takes the rabbits from the leather bag, kind of cuts them open so the spirits can actually reach the meat inside of the rabbits. Probably sprays some of the blood on the shrine as well, and just takes a couple of steps back. The bucket's still next to the shrine to see if her job is all done. Walking around the shrine, making sure that everything around it is clean as well.
Awesome. And this is perhaps just, of course, by pure coincidence, steeples my fingers, that decimates will happen around. She's back from her nice little day trip to the tree and potentially some sitting and just kind of idly half napping while the other cubs went on their self-assigned missions. And well, it's time to be respectful. And after a trip into the northern woods to still make an offering to Griffin, she will next come probably with another rabbit in her maw. Or actually, all things considered. Nope, it's a rabbit. Toad's a rabbit. And she'll just kind of press through the brush while Thalate is seeing to her bit of proper chiminage. And thankfully, she doesn't really pause or bother Thalate as she goes about her business. She will simply meander up in an idle lumber, nose the rabbit as close to the shrine as she can, and then kind of lifts her muzzle up to the statue itself and gets a whiff of this concoction that has been scrubbed all over this very clean statue. There's vinegar and lemon and salt, and it just, let me clue you how vinegar smells. It pretty much smells like death. So she like balks very briefly, and her ears kind of flit around in a comical what the fuck sort of fashion. But stubborn is as stubborn does, and thus poor Decimates nonetheless shows some measure of affection to her wolf dad by licking the statue. You can see the regret. You can see it.
Two successes, two not burst out in laughter. She'll have to bite her lip as she's watching from a little distance.
Let's see if she catches on. Haha, that lowered perception in Lupus. So in theory, she's aware, but she's currently very distracted by politely, like, you know, that the lemon face people make. I don't know how much Stoneclaw can make it, but she kind of is. And she like retreats that respectful step back, and then kind of starts doing the yeah face, like, oh god, it's still there. It's on my tongue. What is it? She's so distressed, but trying to be so brave.
Lotta still tries to keep it together, but Decimate's face is kind of cracking her up, really. She's trying to keep a straight face. You can see the corners of her mouth twitching. Then she pulls them back again as she reaches into the leather bag and gets out some normal water. Just a bottle of it. You know what? Let's be fun. Let's make it. Oh gosh, orange juice. Orange juice.
She's still just kind of going, yep. She'll look over as Tlate is reaching for this bottle, and it's hard to make the pitiful voice and the Stoneclaw voice at the same time. So just pretend it's whiny, I guess. And she's like, "What is on Father Wolf?"
She'll kind of roll the bottle towards Decimate. I've just cleaned it. It's water, vinegar, lemon, and salt.
There's a blink as she knows what none of those are, except for the water. Followed by a kind of mutter of cleaning tastes bad. She kind of noses the bottle, tries to decide how to approach this problem. She could take Hamid, but does it taste that bad? It might taste that bad. Let's see how stubborn she's feeling. How stubborn are we today, Stoneclaw? Not as stubborn as it could be. Thank God. I'm just rolling willpower to see. So not that stubborn. So she kind of noses the bottle a few times. And as I imagine, Tlate isn't just immediately leaping to her rescue.
Nope.
She will finally, semi-grudgingly, go ahead and take Hamid. Let me put up. Where's my picture? Here, there. Where are you? That seems fine. Do that and that. Graceful transition. So she will kind of plump on her haunches, shift over to Hamid so that she is, in fact, still kind of sitting in that really awkward, like, sat on her butt with her legs splayed out to either side and her hands planted in front of her, and finally reaches for the bottle and does glorious battle with the screw-on cap. It takes a little extra effort, just a little more than it should. And she finally kind of sniffs at the contents and resolves that this is better than vinegar and lemon and salt and swigs it back very thankfully. Makes a like outrageous like, oh yes, sigh of relief afterwards.
Platine by now has had enough time to successfully keep a broad grin off her face as she is watching the still freshly minted Clea from not necessarily a safe distance, but still at least there are a couple of steps in between them, a couple of decimate steps, not Latahine steps.
There's a pretty significant difference there.
Yep.
Fair enough. Now, she doesn't look especially inclined to get off her bum, so she just kind of stays plopped there and glances at the statue again, noticing that it is, in fact, quite clean. So shiny and clean. And tilts her head, flicks it around towards Tlate. How long you do this?
Since after I set Eric's beard on fire. Decimates Raya.
Is good of you.
She shrugs. It's my punishment.
You still do good, Honor Father Wolf. She kind of noses towards, even in Hamid, kind of noses towards the rabbits that have been splayed open.
She doesn't look too happy about the fact that she's doing Fenrir a favor. But hey, she's still a Theurge. She takes pride in her work.
Is good. Maybe Garu do bad. But Father Wolf is not them. Is good. And she starts to kind of lazily lumber up to her feet. Offers back what's left of the orange juice. She probably managed to swig out half the bottle and let it go, but...
Latine will wave it away. She looks at the shrine for a couple of seconds and then again shrugs. He didn't stop it either, nor did he desert them when they did what they did.
Don't know spirits so good. But they do not seem to come often, or stop people often. She used often in a sentence. I want you to be proud of her.
I'm very proud of her.
Even if Tlate isn't.
Nope. I'll be proud for her instead.
So legit.
It's noticed. I don't know the workings of Fenrir or his brood. I just know what those who follow him did to him.
Did Philodox find them? After they do thing?
The nation never punished them.
Brings a stubborn kind of nose wrinkle to her face. Do they still live?
Don't ancestors live on in their great-grandchildren?
No. Not like that. Sometimes maybe, like Katori. But other times, I think they go. So he is dead. Or she or they are dead.
Not all of them.
The ones that did the things.
Not all of them.
She gets as close to thoughtful as she can manage, really. You want me go find? We have philodox.
Kathleen is silent as she's thinking about that.
If they have broken litany, if they have done thing that is that bad, that is why we have philodox. Even if Father Wolf does not do the thing, we have Half Moon. We have Half Moon that is son of Fenrir's. Make it better.
I don't think you'd find him.
Do you have name?
Only half.
Might work. Would have to ask Smiles or others who know same gift from spirit. But name might be enough. There are bad things that people do many, many long time ago. And still being mad when we were not even alive. I do not get. But if someone has done a bad thing in your life and has not been punished, then we find them and we take two philodogs.
We don't forget what has happened to us and what's still happening to us. You don't. She is thinking and trying to explain this in a way that the estimates would understand.
And when she pauses, Decimates will kind of offer the idea. I live in the now. Except for what human mind makes me remember. I live in the now. Is very different.
Most wolves remember what humans did to them.
Yes.
They don't trust humans because of what they did to them.
Yes.
It's the same, but different.
She tilts her head briefly. And not because she's confused, but because she's obviously trying to understand both sides of the argument well enough to make a point. So the cogs turn, and you could swear there's smoke coming out of her ears. But after a few moments, she looks back to Talate. We remember what people do, yes. But when you meet me, I am not Get.
No.
I do not know these people who do the bad thing. I do not like that they have done a bad thing to you. But the things that Father Wolf wants, wanting us to be strong, is good for me. He looks like me, but bigger. Is good match. but does not mean I am not Stoneclaw, even with new name.
I saw that. It's like, it's like, how would you feel if I would join people who are known to have shot wolves? I wouldn't do it, but I would still sit with them, drink with them, talk like them, want to be like them, except that I didn't shoot any wolves.
And that you never want to shoot wolves.
Yes, but I'm still befriends. I'm still friending them.
I would not bite you. You are my litter mate. But if I saw them doing the thing, I would kill them.
And you wouldn't distrust me, be suspicious,
Hmm.
be careful around me.
I am careful of human born Garu. I do not trust until I have seen on four legs. Takes much time to understand that the Garu here are not like the people out there. Very long time. If Reiko was here, she could tell you.
Who?
She was Arun, Stargazer. She reached out to me to touch me, and I bared teeth. But she does not see, does not know. So she continues reach. So I bite her hand, break it. Bite very hard. But later she take time to show me that she is not like humans. And then I would let her touch me. But I know what it is to not trust. I did not trust many, many here. Olaf had to fight me many, many times to be my alpha.
I don't trust many here. I trusted you.
I am still Stoneclaw, and I will not do the bad things. And if I see that others do the bad things, I will bite them. Is easy.
For you.
The the things that you think they do, the things that they have done, are they against the litany?
They. Yes, I think so.
Then if they do the things, I will kill them. Or take them to Philodox. And let Philodox decide. I am same person. But Father Wolf speaks to me. As much as Griffin speaks to me. Just a little more. But I will still be your litter mate. And I will still watch over you. And if you want to be strong, I will help you be strong. So that you too can kill the people who do the things.
I'm born from Indigo. We endure and we remember. It's what we are. Like, to get, need to be strong. We need to remember, not forget. It's part of us.
Then you remember. But while you remember the things the others do, remember that I do not do. And I will not let them do.
I know. I know you didn't join them to do all that they could have done, all that they still do, all that they're still responsible for. I know that's not you, but it's difficult.
Yes. But I trust only my pack, you. I watch over other littermates, and I trust Smiles. But not many. But while you remember the bad things the others do, remember too the good things. I am. The reason I choose Fenris is because I know in my wolf heart that Griffin is right. But I know too that Fenris is right. But if I do what Fenris asks and I become strong and I win, then when I am strong enough, I can take those things I have learned from Griffin and I can be strong enough to do those things and no one can tell me no. Is same for you. If we are strong enough, then those things do not happen again and they are fixed. Because no one will be big enough to tell us no.
Platine will take a step closer to Stoneclaw. Decimates. My apologies.
Either one works, honestly.
Try to learn.
I'm trying to. I'm so bad. I'm not helping, I promise.
She gestures towards the statue, the shrine. In the end, all spirits have their own truth.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that they can always coexist. It doesn't mean that they're the Garu that choose to follow them can always coexist. I I understand that there are good and bad Get, like there are good and bad Wendigo and good and bad Freddy. But I I feel I can't trust them.
I will be the good one, because you will not let me be the bad one. Yes?
I will try.
Good.
And Kathleen will take another step closer and she'll expose her neck.
There will be like an immediate kind of. It's a clumsy mimic of the kind of dismissive gesture she's seen Hamid Guru do, but it's the like immediately. Now you're good. You've done the thing. I'm content.
And she lowers her head again. So, how did your challenge go?
Was good and bad. Went to Sept, where there are followers of Wendigo and of Father Wolf. There was Father of Contemplates. He was very angry. There was something wrong. It was raining black in the Tellurian. Olaf says is pipeline.
Oil.
And yes. And there was ice that block this from rest of Umbra in Sept. But inside was trapped one of the Fimblewolves, and there were other Fimblewolves throwing themselves, trying to get back their packmate. So we go. We make hole in this ice so that we can go to this lost wolf. But he is already tainted. We tried to take the taint out of him, but cannot. He tells us kill him, and he attack. He die well. We were very hurt. But once we kill it, I think the bad spirit was inside it already. We killed that too. We do this, cleanse. We come back, tell elders they fix pipe. And then the ice walls come down because I think they say the Wendigo were keeping Sept safe. We made it safe again.
That sounds like Wendigo.
The ice hurt. When we hit it, it shattered. Many, many pieces fly everywhere, cut into us.
Sorry it hurt.
She heaves a, thankfully, fairly natural-looking shrug. We did what we had to do. They did what they had to do to keep Umbra safe.
Yes.
Was fixed. I like it there. I like the Fimbulwolves. And I will not jump on any more ice walls.
I can't believe there is a Sept with Get and Wendigo living together. Sounds almost unnatural.
Do not know much. Did not stay long, but there was feast after we win. But Olaf has been there before. The elder, she kind of pauses, was mad at him for something, but contemplates. Say it was his fault, so he took punishment.
Oh.
But still, they know Olaf. I think he go there for his challenge, maybe, when he was gone during days. Is not that far, not if you write in the books.
I think I told me about the Sept. Only one success.
No sex?
No, 6 on counts.
Oh, darn.
I'm a
Oh, was it a social roll?
Yeah.
What was she doing?
It is a subterfuge roll.
Just to keep a straight face?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, Stoneclaw is not the most adept of social graces, especially not when you're wearing people face. So, she especially, well, I mean, it was only one success. No, she's still just gonna accept it as that's clearly the way your face is. You just have resting bitch face. It's a thing. It's fine.
Seems like all my characters.
doesn't have a resting bitch face.
Oh, this is true.
But yeah, no, she accepts this as resting bitch face and thinks nothing of it. So she finally glances around. Do you go on to other shrines?
I do a couple of them each day, yes. Falcon, Bear, Wendigo, Xena,
Olaf likes bear.
Kotori likes Bear too.
Is it not strange that Kotori and Olaf are good friends? Like Wendigo and Get being friends.
Kotori isn't Wendigo. It's
No,
Xena.
but is still pure tribe. Yes.
True. Xena are different than Wendigo. Not all tribes who came across the sea are the same, right?
If they can do this, we can do this. You tell me when you need me to do a thing. I will prove to you I am still Stoneclaw. Even if I am also Decimates.
I will
There's
try.
like a firm, kind of heavy nod. Good.
I think I better get going.
Yes.
Lots of cleaning to do. She walks over to the stinky bucket.
Yeah. Stoneclaw completely involuntarily kind of does like the sour face when she goes for the bucket. Like, oh no.
She'll give a kind of she'll give a grin. Just wait until after it rains. Then you can lick whatever shrine you want again.
Yes. Firm nod. This makes perfect sense.
And Platin will head off to the lake to start fishing some fish for Bear Shrine.
And Decimates will finally kind of look down at the orange juice in her hand and figure, well, she's stuck with it now. She'll go ahead and swig back the rest, shift down, pick up the bottle, and start lumbering back towards her alpha's cabin because he has a trash can. And those are good.
Get recycle.
Okay, fine, she'll recycle it. She doesn't know the difference. They're just buckets.
And it's that we will end this scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and good night.